Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing, Mission Control. And if you're really interested in developing a greater sense of happiness, getting better health, stronger sense of well-being, there might be something that's getting in the way of all those wonderful qualities. And it's something which most of us are not really aware of. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, I'm talking about stress. Now, stress is a fascinating subject because we tend to polarize our reactions. We either imagine that there's absolutely no stress and that's somehow perfect, or we're at the edge of our limits and about to tumble over this precipice into perhaps depression and burnout. But the fact is, stress is a normal part of life. What I want to discuss is the degree of stress that we're experiencing, because we certainly evolved to deal with the possibility of life-threatening situations. We are absolutely perfectly equipped to anticipate difficulties. It's part of our brilliant human cognitive function, because we can foresee things, we can analyze, we can anticipate. The first problem I want to mention is the simple fact that we can't really tell the difference between a real threat and our imagination. And the second problem is that the level of stress we're experiencing is so high that it's causing major problems for our health and our well-being. It's also affecting the quality of our life right across the board. And this is not natural. Guys, we did not evolve to have this elevated level of stress all the time. And that's part of the problem. We become accustomed to this level of tension till it feels normal. And it's only when events trigger an even more extreme response that our bodies protest, our minds go tilt, and we experience things like burnout and depression, a loss of personal power. We don't feel that we can really cope. We're no longer in control of life. But there is really good news, and it's the fact that as humans, we've evolved a couple of fantastic responses to deal with heightened stress. And the first is to remember that your shoulders, yeah, your shoulders will pretty much reflect how you feel. When we're feeling threatened, if there's a physical, mental, and emotional danger, we tend to scrunch up our posture. This is a typical defensive response where we are instinctively protecting our vital organs. Problem is, if you look around, most people tend to live their entire lives in this position. And it's unintentional, but it does reinforce the stress and anxiety response, even if in reality there's nothing to be afraid of. So, our distant ancestors, they developed instinctively a fantastic mechanism to switch off this elevated stress response. And you need to remember that the kind of stress people are under was only supposed to last for 2 or 3 minutes, long enough for us to be able to run away or fight off the tiger that was trying to eat us. But we're not supposed to live like this 24 hours a day. So we're pretty sure that our ancestors would have opened and released their shoulders. It's so simple, but you and I as humans are hardwired to respond to this simple adjustment in posture. This is a very powerful signal to your brain, to your body, to your hormone system to turn down the stress. There's also a second switch, and it works in conjunction with the shoulder release, and it's just a deeper breath. Have you ever noticed, when you've had a close call, we tend to breathe a sigh of relief? Well, that's a residual artifact of that instinctive switch to turn down stress. When you release the shoulders and you breathe out deeply, you can turn down these elevated stress levels in a matter of moments. It's extraordinary that we have this ability. We are born with this hardwired mechanism, and yet we seem to have forgotten it. But I want to remind you today that this is a fabulously natural, easy mechanism that you can use at any time. It's really powerful. It's so influential that it's really hard to be angry, let alone afraid, when your shoulders are relaxed. And I'd love to be standing behind you to remind you every hour just to relax the shoulders. Yeah, there are more triggers we can use. We can relax the jaw, the face, but the shoulder relaxation combined with a deeper breath can work wonders. Try it. I'd love you to do it every hour. What did that guy Greg say about my shoulders? Oh, yeah, gently open and release. It's a game changer. It will absolutely have a fantastic influence on the quality of your life. I'm just distracted by a beautiful red squirrel that's gone belting past looking for food this time of the year. I'm living in a version of the Discovery Channel. Oh, on that note, I'd really like you to enjoy a wonderful day. I'll be back for you again tomorrow.